Accepting your weakness is one of the strongest things you can do. I know. Pretty random thing to say at the start of a Clash of Clans video, but I promise you there's a logical reason it's on my mind. I'll explain it in a moment. First things first though, I should really figure out how I want to attack this base. I mean, honestly, I think I'm going to go with the 5 cannon card approach just because there's so many ways to take it down, but this is probably the most interesting way. And yeah, we're just gonna full send it. Let's just hope we don't find any. Yep, we're fine. We are fine. Use the giant ability now. All right, cool. Anyway, I don't even remember what I said. I'll be honest. It was like accepting weakness or your weakness is the strongest thing you can do. And I know it sounds kind of counterintuitive, but it's very, very true. And what do I mean by that? I mean, let's just really get into it. I was cleaning my car a second ago. Because over the winter I had a bunch of soft drinks in my car because you know me, soft drinks are fun. I'm a gamer, you gotta have soft drinks. And they exploded because winter, cold combustion, I don't know how it works. All I know is it was very messy and I had a lot of liquid in my car. And fun fact about liquid and cold, actually warm, dark places is it creates mold. So my car was just a cesspool of mold for a bit, and I've cleaned it like 3 times, and it kept coming back. I was like, where's this coming from? I didn't even know this was possible to have this much mold in my car. And today I was cleaning it, and I finally figured it out. There was just a little cover, and underneath that cover was a huge puddle of water, and I was like, yep, that checks out. That makes sense. Now it makes sense why the mold would not go away. And this isn't even about the mold. What this is about is while I was cleaning my car, I found whoa, am I in range of this double cannon? Please say no. Okay, nice, we're not in range of the double cannon, but we're in range of the Archer Tower, and none of my cannon cards thought to take down the Archer Tower, so we're gonna lose the cannon card here. But we should still be fine. I think we need one more. Yeah, we need that one last shot there. Boom, there goes that. We should get this down. Okay, anyway. I guess another more context you might need to know for this story to make sense is, let me say it in the second stage so I can put an advertisement here. Cliffhanger. What troop to use? What troop to use? Maybe bombers? No, that's so... Why would I use bombers? I'm just going to use baby dragons. We're not going to make this too complicated. I guess more context for you who don't know is since I was 15, have been vaping, right? Because I was cool. That's such sarcasm. Please don't vape. It does not make you cool. It just makes you have bad lung capacity and makes you just feel like trash. But I finally quit after 5 years. A few weeks ago, I've been good for about 3 weeks, which I know it isn't like the longest amount of time you've probably ever heard of, but this is the longest I've not used one in like 5 years, all right? So I'm okay with the 3 weeks. That's some very big improvement. And it's difficult when you start quitting. You need to want to quit it more than everything, because a lot of people think, oh yeah, I do want to quit it. And I even told myself this. People would say, you can't quit it unless you really want to. I'd be like, that's fine. I really want to. I did not really want to. I thought I wanted to. And that doesn't mean I didn't think it was a good idea. It was like I didn't really want to, and so I didn't. If you don't want to do something, you're not really gonna do it, especially if you're like me. I'm not gonna do something I don't want to do. So every time I would try, I would give up very early on. And finally this time something just clicked. I was having such bad chest pain. I'm like, you know what, maybe now's the good time to stop. And so I've stopped, and I've been good for about 3 weeks. And we're doing really well. But while I was cleaning my car, I found one, right? I don't really remember what I was saying. I messed up the attack right before this one, but I'm pretty sure it was along the lines of I was cleaning my car and I found one. And it was immediate like, you know, exceptions, rules are made to be broken, exceptions are made to be made, or something like that. I don't know. And the thing about it is when you first start, I'll go give you the what it's like to quit this is, the first thing you do when you quit is you want one. It's like a burning desire. All that's in your mind, all that's in your soul is, I want this thing. And so that's where people mess up. That's where they fail. Because this desire, this is something I had to realize before I could really, really start to succeed, is that it will never go away. This is how I'm probably going to feel the rest of my life, is I'm probably going to have this desire to some capacity. Maybe not as intense as it has been. I mean, obviously, right, it's already less intense than it was in the past, but I will always have the desire for this, which sucks. That's so stupid. I'm disappointed in my past self for allowing myself to get to a point with anything that I will always want that will be just negatively harmful to my body. But you got to kind of admit that, you got to kind of realize that, because a lot of people get caught off guard by that. They're like, wait, maybe I just need to do this slower to make sure that these desires go away like sooner, and I'm not just going through all these symptoms so quickly, or they try and wean themselves off of it slow and steady, That's not, it will work kind of, but what people just don't want to admit is that they're never not going to want it. And that's unfortunately the truth about this, because it's one of the most addictive substances. And so when I finally realized that, my first instinct was just like, ooh, that's rough, is the first thing I thought. And then the second thing I thought was, all right, well, now I know that I cannot under any means make an exception for this. Do I lose this candy cart? Okay, we get it. All right, this is a weird second stage. Hopefully I don't mess up here. But yeah, it was like, I know I'm always gonna want it, and it's only ever gonna be harder the more I allow myself to have it. So I kind of am just like, I gotta stop this. But when you're in the moment where there's the opportunity, obviously you're not thinking like, oh yeah, this is a bad idea. Your brain starts to rationalize why it's not a bad idea, which is the bad part. Is it starts going like, well, I've not done anything for 3 weeks. Surely that's fine. 3 weeks, that's longer than some people have been alive, It could be 3 weeks longer than someone's been alive. I'm fine. I can make one exception. That's the first thing. It's just you're bargaining with yourself, trying to explain to yourself why it is not a bad idea to relapse onto something you quit. And that's what was happening to me for a second. And so in my mind, I was like, okay, look, how about this? How about I just keep it just in case? Just in case of what? Just in case I get bored? Why would I need to keep it at all? I don't know what my mindset was. It was like, you never know. Maybe there will come a time where I really, really, really need to have this thing that I've been trying to quit for the past 5 years. And I'll really just need to have it in my possession with no supervision. Naturally, we've all been in that position where that's just a required need. And I feel like when I started thinking about it, I'm like, the reason I was able to ever quit successfully was I was able to admit to myself that I could not quit successfully. Like, it was not a willpower thing. There is willpower in it. But what it really was admitting to myself that I'm too weak to actually do this on my own. And I feel like that's somewhere where a lot of people don't get to. Maybe we could go on with 4 bombers onto this side, maybe? I don't know. This is such a stupid idea, but I'm here to lose trophies, boys. The season ends in 5 hours. I did not know that. Let's just see how this goes. But I think what I was saying was I had to admit to myself I could not do it on my own. I was not physically strong enough, mentally strong enough, whatever strong enough. And so instead of allowing myself to be in a position where if I was at all on my own or had any opportunity to make another bad decision, I forced myself to completely isolate myself from everybody. I told all my friends that hey, I'm not Mr. Fun anymore. I gotta quit this. I know, so lame. I tell everyone all that, which was kind of embarrassing to a degree. For a second, I was like, I don't want to be that guy who's all serious and whatever. I want to be the fun dude who doesn't care, who needs rules, who needs to live long. But I don't know. I realized that if I kept trying to succeed in this very difficult task on my own, that I would inevitably fail, and that I just needed to realize for one moment that I am not able to do it on my own, and only then was I really able to do it successfully. Can we kill this? Hey, we get the double cannon. I'll take the W, and the battle machine's nearly full health. So this might work out. This is actually pretty quick of an attack. I don't know why this worked. What? And anyway, I feel like this mindset is necessary in a lot of different ways. This should be really how you look at a lot of things, is that you need to accept that you are weak before you can get stronger. Because if I was just like, no, I can just keep this thing that I found and just have it in my room for a bit, I'm gonna use it. Let's be real. Let's stop trying to live in a fun fantasy world. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna want to do it again. I'm gonna get back onto this. And this thing that I am extremely proud of doing is just gone. It's not gonna be there anymore. And that goes for a lot of things. Schoolwork. If I was just said to myself, I'm gonna do schoolwork on my own, trust, I'm not gonna do that. I'm so bad about that. I'm not necessarily lazy, but I'm not motivated enough to do that. I don't know. It can be really anything. Right now, I am extremely underweight, which is not good. Very unhealthy, actually. It's very at a scary point. And I just gotta admit to myself, I'm not good at doing this, so let me put in routines to make sure that I'm actually gonna eat today instead of forgetting to and then wondering why I keep losing weight, There's a lot of different things that I feel like I had to admit that I was weak about before I could get stronger about it. There's a lot of different places where if you never are willing to admit the realities that you may not even believe are true, you'll never be able to escape them. So do I actually get that? I don't think I get this. It's all right. Well, I mean, maybe if we can get the battle machine ability here. Come on. Get it down. I don't know. I don't think so. No, 197. Why does this game hate me? I will take it. I like how I'm casually just gonna swag 7 cannon carts. I didn't even say anything in this whole attack. It can't even go into the video. I was completely silent. So anyway, all that to say, I took the thing I found and I threw it away. I didn't allow myself to falsely believe that I was strong enough to deny it. So I forced myself to get rid of it, which sucked. And that's how I know it was the right decision, but that's what you gotta do, is just admit your weaknesses so you can get stronger. But that's all that's here for today for the video. Yeah, I don't really have that many trophies. Maybe next season I'll push. Good job to OA Fury for actually getting into #1 finish. I hope you guys had a good day. I'll see you later.